We are following multiple incidents involving IMPD. As we've talked about, officers have been busy with several pursuits ending in crashes.
Definitely something you need to be aware of on your drive if you're going out. Our Justin Kollar has what we know this morning in these very active situations. Justin, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Scott and Lindy. Yeah, this is the fourth active police chase in 5 days. And where we're standing right now is here along East 21st Street on the northwest side. And what you're looking at behind me is what is the result of the latest police chase. I'm going to step aside to give you the specifics. This is a random woman's yard. She was not associated with this chase at all, but the vehicle that you can see IMPD officers investigating came to rest here after the chase ended. Now, officers had to use stop sticks to get this to happen. Thankfully, no one was injured, no property damage here either, but take a look here. They are pulling what we're told is a heavy amount of narcotics out of this man's trunk, so much so that you can actually smell it from where we're standing here. Now, this all started about an hour ago, roughly 3:39 this morning, when this man's car jumped over the median and went into oncoming traffic at 10th and Shadeland. Now, he fell asleep and parked his car in the middle of oncoming traffic, and police surrounded that vehicle, parking one cruiser in front, one behind, tried to wake him up, and when they did wake him up, he drove off, ramming both of those police cars and then leading officers on a pursuit. Now, again, using those stop sticks, officers were able to deflate both of the driver's side tires, and that suspect stopped right here in a woman's yard along East 21st Street, not too far from Eastwood Place. Now, again, stunningly, no property damage occurred, but this is really only the beginning. That man then fled on foot 3/4 of a mile away from here through a creek in near freezing conditions to the interstate, where officers then took him into custody along eastbound I-70, not too far from the northbound I-465 ramp. Now, that man involved in this whole pursuit is again in custody. He is being investigated for a DUI. Impairment is, of course, believed to be a factor in this. Stunningly, no one injured in this pursuit, no property damage here. As soon as we learn more information, we'll be sure to report it to you both on air and online. We are here on the northeast side along East 21st Street this morning, which remains blocked partially. I'm Justin Kollar, Fox 59 News.
Well, harvest time is here, but the work for farmers really doesn't end when the crops leave the field. In some ways, it begins again as they prepare for next year. But there's something new from Purdue University that's working to lighten their load.
CBS4's Justin Kollar joins us with why the future of agriculture may be in the sky.
We've come a long way from the days of spreading seed by hand. Purdue is taking farm fields to the future, bringing seeds to the skies with the help of drone technology.
I think this thing is absolutely amazing.
In a business built on the ground, the future of farming's looking onward and upward.
This is just the next step. We have digital agriculture where we're mapping everything, we're tracking every acre.
With drones.
I was instantly hooked.
Precision ag educator with Purdue University's Mark Carter puts these drones to the test.
We use it for spreading seeds, use it for spraying pesticides, herbicides. We can do it in a very precise manner. It's very controlled.
Remote controlled.
It's right there at your fingertips.
With the help of this 8-propped implement, farmers can plot their fields, plant greater yields, or get a look from above only a crow could see.
Real-time information can let you know if you have issues emerging, whether it's disease or insects or weeds.
Or more recently, floods.
You can see it from up high, and you don't have to have a bunch of fancy software. All you got to do is just fly up, take a look, and see what's there.
What's there right now is wet. Tractors like this don't help much when cover crops must be sown today.
Couldn't get in there with a tractor and a drill to plant with traditional equipment, but yet we were able to do that with the drone.
It's like flight school for farmers. And the folks at Purdue are bringing it to them.
So a lot of the farmers don't have to go to the expense of doing all that testing, because sometimes things work, sometimes they don't.
In farmland, Justin Kollar, CBS 4 News.
Oh, it's a busy night tonight at 10. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Dan Spieler.
And I'm Fanchen Stinger. Off to a start we did not want to see, especially going into a holiday weekend. And we do want to start with the shooting at the mall. It happened just before 7:30 this evening. Fox 59's Justin Kollar is at Castleton Square Mall right now. And Justin, what new details are you getting tonight?
Yeah, Dan and Fanchen, good evening to the two of you. A busy start of the holiday weekend, to say the least, for IMPD. They've got their hands full, and they are still actively investigating the scene inside the Castleton Square Mall. We're here along East 82nd Street on the north side of the city. We just spoke with IMPD only 15 minutes ago about those hectic moments where people were running for their lives after they heard the gunfire inside the mall. We'll let you hear from the police right now.
Initially, people were running out of the mall. People were trying to get away from the area, which I understand for safety reasons. Shortly thereafter, we were notified of a walk into Community North of a person shot. After the detective spoke to that person, we learned that he had been shot here at Castleton Square Mall. He has been receiving medical treatment at the hospital and has non-life-threatening injuries. Right now, detectives are here at the mall. They're continuing to gather evidence. The mall is closed. It will remain closed for the rest of the evening.
Now, we've also learned that the majority of this shooting took place near the south entrance of the mall. Inside there, for the most part, many people did calmly leave the building, but for some closer to the gunfire, they had to flee for their lives. Lori Flecker was sitting down in the food court when this started around 7:30 tonight, enjoying dinner after shopping. She was startled by the sounds of gunfire, followed shortly after by screams and footsteps amplified in a frenzied panic.
I heard a lot of screaming, and then from the main area of the mall, just droves of screaming people came running into the food court, and everybody was like, get out, run. And so I just hopped up, left, and ran out of the building. You know, it's just sad. Everybody's got their beef for whatever reason, but you know, it's like keep it with the person that you're upset with. Don't take it to a public place where there's elderly people, children. You know, moms were grabbing their babies, and it was just, it's so sad.
Now, again, we did just hear from IMPD. You can see their presence here along the south entrance of the Castleton Square Mall. They'll remain here throughout the course of that investigation. No shooter is in custody, but we do know the man that was injured is in his early 20s, we're told by police. He checked himself in to the hospital nearby. We're still working to learn more information this evening. There's fireworks going off near us. We're reporting live near Indianapolis this evening. I'm Justin Kollar, Fox 59 News.
Startling nonetheless, given the events of tonight.
Thanks for that clarification, Justin.
And Fox 59's Justin Kollar is joining us from Lucas Oil now to show us another tribute that isn't necessarily new, but that's impact is long-lasting.
There's typically not many empty seats left in this stadium, but there is one chair that's left vacant even during the biggest games. The prisoner of war missing in action, chair of honor.
Are they still lying on the battlefield? Are they in the hands of the enemies? Nobody knows. They're unaccounted for.
Perched high above the field of play near section 422, one of the best seats in the house sits empty. It's waiting for you.
The purpose of the chair is to remind the public that we still have 81,500 service members unaccounted for.
Those missing Americans couldn't fit inside Lucas Oil Stadium if they tried. It seats only 70,000, so one chair represents them all.
And when they see that chair, I want them to think about those POWs and MAs.
Michael Clark is the president of Indiana Rolling Thunder. He was drafted during the Vietnam War. He served his country for 26 years.
And, you know, when they see that chair during the national anthem, it just brings tears to their eyes.
Clark made it home, but many of his brothers and sisters did not.
If it wasn't for these men and women that went off to battle and fighting for our freedom, we couldn't enjoy the games that we're enjoying today.
The chair symbolizes their sacrifice. It gives them a permanent place, and it was designed by this man.
Did some research, saw that there hadn't been one yet in our state, and thought what a perfect place to have one in Lucas Oil Stadium.
Brought here in 2014, but it's not the only one of its kind, with one in the airport, the State House, and even Gainbridge Field House, each made to match the venue it's placed in.
So I wanted to make sure that this is a very nice club seat, black leather, embroidered, imaging on it, and everything we can to do the utmost to honor those people.
Honor through memory, acknowledging the freedoms we all enjoy today came at a cost worth remembering.
Sometimes we forget that that freedom isn't free.
In Lucas Oil Stadium, Justin Kollar, Fox 59 News.